The Globe community goes down the pan over a carrot. You're probably thinking, Leo, that's a very strange name for a video. Well, let me explain. This relates back to yesterday's video where I highlighted the absurdity of the International Space Station by using their own toilet. I left a dangled carrot in there for broken-hearted fantasists to see if they would take the bait. And the dangled carrot was, when I was discussing the toilet, I made a point regarding digestion, people digesting food. I highlighted the fact the toilet needs a suction device to draw the fluids and number one, number two, down. I then went on to highlight the human body doesn't have a suction device within it. Kind of leaving the door open, like I said, for broken-hearted fantasists to cling on to. Address what I'd said, but in doing so I knew they wouldn't be able to address the main focus of the video, which was the toilet. Now, many people in the comments of that last video are highlighting the fact that the stomach has muscles and its contractions within the muscles of the stomach help with digestion. Now, I knew that anyway, but like I said, I did want to leave the door open there for Globe fantasists to see if they would take that dangled carrot and address that and try and claim a debunk, but not actually address the elephant in the room. And of course, the elephant in the room is the fact that the International Space Station's toilet destroys all of it. Space, the globe, the space station, like I said, all of it. The funny thing is, the fantasists must have known, or were too scared to even go there, even though I left the door open and gave them an opportunity. They must have known deep down within their hearts they would have had to address the toilet, and the toilet destroys the International Space Station and space. Let's just refresh our memories here regarding the toilet.
Hose, so that you can use this yellow element for your number one. For number two, the principle is actually exactly the same, suction. We have a solid waste container here, and on top of it is this seat. And the solid waste container is connected via this hose to the same fan, so that, again, the same suction effects allows you to do your number two in weightlessness. I want to show you how it looks, but since we don't want any bad smells to come out, we're going to actually turn on the fan. It's going to be a little bit loud. There we go. Now you can lift the lid. And there is this...
Just look how she handles this. Is this really a toilet that gets used dozens of times a day? Or is this just a prop? Just like it looks.
Seat that sort of looks comfortable, but you don't really sit in weightlessness. So most of us actually prefer to lift this one as well and use directly the opening that goes into the bag. And in fact, there is a bag in there. It looks like this.
And that bag, my dear, absolutely destroys the International Space Station. You claim the toilet, which works in a weightless environment, on suction, and yet you sit on the toilet directly above a bag to do your business. Number two. So it would be impossible for any kind of suction technology to suck, sounds terrible, your number two into the bag in a weightless environment. The suction would need to be within the bag, which of course doesn't work. And of course, when we zoom in on the bag, it's just a normal bag. So the International Space Station's toilet makes an absolute mockery of space. No wonder the broken-hearted fantasists didn't want to claim their sort of so-called debunk by addressing the dangled carrot regarding digestion, that I kind of left the door ajar for them. They didn't want to do it because they knew the fact they didn't address the toilet would have been incredibly damning. Now, for the record, I don't think the human body could function properly for a long duration in a weightless environment. I just don't. And there's a reason why the vomit comet is called the vomit comet. Yeah? So they didn't take me dangled carrot. I appreciate everyone in the comments highlighting what I've highlighted today. It was a trap, guys. I wanted to see if I could catch some fantasists taking the dangled carrot regarding digestion. None of them did, because they knew they'd have to either address the toilet issues which destroy the International Space Station, which they can, or ignore it, which is equally damning, because they to address and debunk the video, you would have needed to address the toilet. They couldn't. So even though I left the door open and gave the fantasists half a chance, they knew they couldn't go anywhere near this International Space Station toilet, because just like space, the globe, all of this tosh stinks. Have a good one, everyone.